We've got Saturday night football coming your way from the Bayside with a big game in the McDonald's FQPL 1. Good evening, everyone, and we're coming to you from Wayne Gracie Field at Tingalpa as league leaders Surfers Paradise will be put to the test as they visit third place Wynnum Wolves. James Coughlin in the commentary booth bringing you all the action on FQTV. Our hosts are looking to bounce back from a disappointing draw away to Capalaba in round 14, and what better way to respond than with a win over the league leaders. Let's check in on the starting 11 for Wynnum Wolves. The goalkeeper is Duncan Short. Number 2, Joseph Sipokiotis. 3, Christian Walters. 6, Luke Murphy. 7, Connor McCauley. 8, James Keogh. 10, new signing from Penn Power, Kyron Walters. 11, Danilo Kovakovic. 13, Anton Alexenko. 16, Lachlan Mears. And 24, the captain, Jacob Cryam. So just one change from last week's draw. Forward Adam Edgar drops to the bench to accommodate the new signing Walters, who joined the club from Penn Power during the week. And he's expected to partner with James Keogh and Connor McCauley up top. At the back, the formidable duo of James Keogh... the formidable duo of Christian Waters and Jacob Cryam will be tasked with stifling a potent Surfers forward line. As for the visitors, they come into round 15 holding a 3-point advantage over Logan and 4 points on Wynnum. With their sights set on back-to-back promotions, they'll be eager to take one step closer to that this evening. The lineup for Surfers Paradise, coach is Alex Morrison. The goalkeeper is Harvey Rivers. 2, Dylan Barwick. 3, Brad Scott. 4, Darryl Bright. 6, Marcus Allison. 10, Teddy Watson. 11, Joel Russell. 15, Harry Lister. 16, Will Peck. 17, Fumia Sono. And 22, Ollie Stortner. Surfers, of course, returning to the site of their triumph in the 2022 FQPL 2 Grand Final win over Wynnum Wolves. It's a 3-1 extra time victory for the visitors on the night. I mean, they were technically the home side from memory, but let's not get into those semantics. We've got a game of football coming your way from the McDonald's FQPL 1 competition. It promises to be an eventful contest. Good for final go ahead from our match official, Issy Crespo. Just a brief delay as we get final confirmation ahead of this evening's game. It's a fairly pleasant night out here on the Bayside. And here we go, we are underway. Round 15 of the McDonald's FQPL 1 competition. And it is a busy night with 4 of the 6 games scheduled taking place over the next 2.25 hours. However, this is understandably the main focus, with first taking on third, and throwing for Surfers early on, deep in their own half. So look to clear it up. We see Wynnum's last few results. They've been a pretty strong run overall. 3 wins, a draw and a defeat. As he spin on that, takes it over the sideline, and Wolves currently sit in third place. Overall record of 8 wins, 4 draws and 2 defeats. The second best defensive record in the competition. As for Surfers, well, they have been on an absolute tear in the league. As you can see, 4 wins and a draw from their last 5 outings, and a little bit more context to that to come, but long story short, 31 of their last 33 points. As the cross goes in and calmly claimed by Rivers. Forward is touched by Russell, but he was getting held by Crime by the looks of it. It'll be a free kick now for the visitors. Lister to take. He wastes no time sending it out for Barwick, as that move amounts to nothing, and it's calmly watched over the byline by Keogh. As the ever-reliable Duncan Short set to restart proceedings. Brought under control by the captain for the night, Bright, who launches it all the way down, and Short just off his line nods that one clear, and Alex Zinko just sends it over the sideline. And Waters cutting out that attack, and Surfers, unsurprising, looking to press early, but been caught out with Sopokiotis. He's run down by Allison. He's able to get it away. Cross coming in from towards the back post. Headed back down for Mears. And then a shot from range. And Was that nodded back by Walters? It could fall for him now. The new signer gets his shot blocked away. Wynnum enjoying a brief spell in the ascendancy. And Surfers playing it forward for Russell, who's watched very closely by Cryham. He cuts inside, and that touch just too heavy. Eventually it's cleared up by Keogh. A loose pass by Macaulay. Sabokiotis will try and bend that ball through, but it's intercepted by Barwick. And some fairly blunt encouragement being offered amongst the players, which RFX Mike managed to pick up. Sabokiotis earns another throw-in off Allison. And that one goes all the way out. Cryham to retrieve for the Wolves throw-in. This is the second meeting between these sides this season. Wynnum got the better of Surfers in that first matchup back in mid-March. It was 3-2 to Wynnum on the night. Goals from Edgar, Mears and Murphy. Murphy's 77th minute strike was the difference between the two. Well, Morgan Saunders and Marcus Allison scored for Apollo on the night. It's actually the first time in McDonald's FQPL that Wolves had beaten Surfers. So we have a score update from the NPL Women's. Gold Coast United comfortably ahead of Capalaba. We've got goal updates from around the grounds, and a deflected effort from Mears goes into the hands of Rivers. Watson quite able to bring that one under control. Stortner. Play it forward. Russell shimmying his way through. He'll take the shot on it, and the deflection could fall for Allison. And there's the opening goal for Surfers Paradise. It is Marcus Allison striking in the 6th minute, and the visitors take an early lead. And just off the deflection, it fell for Allison, who was able to shape that curling, low, skidding effort off his right foot. And the league's best attack gives Surfers an early advantage. Well, there's been no shortage of opportunities both ways. So I suppose we shouldn't be surprised that we've got such an early breakthrough. The question is now, will Surfers find a way to dominate, or will Wynnum be able to strike back there? No slouches in attack themselves. Wynnum, 25 goals scored thus far, and certainly capable attackers at their disposal. The ball over the top looking for Walters, but just a bit too far ahead of him. Sabokiotis. Just asking a bit much of Macaulay to try and chase that one down. Seeing Keogh just getting on the same page. Macaulay almost winning that one back, and Pinball action sees the ball played forward, trying to reach Russell, and Watson has pinched it off Cryham. Cutting back on his right foot, the veteran, Watson, getting it now for Staunton. On the cutback, here's Watson, and it's almost two, but well saved by Short. Exchange of passes. And a crunching challenge, and well, that looked pretty good to me, and Mr. Crespo agrees. Waters getting the ball and all with that sliding effort. Check the replay. Not a whole lot wrong with that. And we give it the usual disclaimer. That is just one man with a microphone's opinion. Less than ideal header from Lister. Sends the ball towards the change rooms. So I mentioned the run that Surfers were on. In their first 3 games, 1 point was a loss away to Strikers, a draw at home to South West Queensland, and a loss at home to Wynnum. Since then, 10 wins and 1 draw, which explains why they are at the top of the McDonald's FQPL 1 ladder. That lone draw came in round 10 against Logan. Russell playing in Watson, who's that time upended by Waters, and the former Olympic and Capalaba man not getting away with that one. That time I think he actually did have a case to answer for. And over comes Barwick as he's watching Ollie Staunton. Will deliver this set piece. And it is played on the sideline for Barwick, and he'll centre it towards the near post, and a goal kick is much to the chagrin of Watson. It is a goal kick for Short. He'll play it quickly for Cryham. Murphy. The ball's been able to find Macaulay in a bit of space as that came off the arm of Will Peck, I think that one was, and it is in fact a handball. Or is it a corner? Well, it's much of a muchness from that position anyway. Mears comes short for the corner as he'll play it back for the left-footed delivery from Kovakovic. And that was well read by the Surface defence, and they'll look to break down this near side. It's the goal scorer Allison forced to hold up with Cryham and Spokiotis. Keeping an eye on Staunton trying to thread the needle. Sono tries to close that attack down, but just creates a different angle for cross from Alexinko. Sabokitiotis. Attempted nutmeg, but bounces back, and Wynnum go on the attack again, and that little intricate passing move, it didn't work that time, but certainly something that will probably go in the memory bank of those Wynnum attackers. Macaulay almost able to play his teammate in. nodded on. Crime keeping the ball where he was hoping it will be. Waters unable to pinch that one off Watson, and Russell on the turn, and back we come now for the free kick. Crime getting called for the infringement. So on the replay now as Russell used his body well and just on the turn was able to draw enough contact from Crime, who claims he was getting his shirt pulled as well. Staunton's free kick, trying to get it to the back post. Not enough air on it as it's cleared away by Mears. Walters switches the play, trying to pick out Murphy, who's got to put on the afterburners, and he's got Sopokiotis outside of him, but instead Murphy might go himself or look to get it inside to tee up Keogh. Surface clear their lines. Line of chance from Cryham. Takes it off Watson. So two number twos go head to head. And that is effectively kept in by Sopokiotis. Flipped forward by Murphy and nothing doing. Cross goes in towards the back post. Nodded back. Here's Walters. And well, he was teeing it up, but the intervention of Will Peck prevented any real danger. Well, Rivers' goal, but it could be on again here on the outside. The square ball has found its way back for Mears. It's cleared away by Bright. It's only going to be some temporary respite. Wolves holding on to possession and going all the way back into their own half. A long way back as Cryham retrieves. It's sprayed out wide as Aleksinko has Kovakovic in front of him. Instead, they'll long diagonal ball trying to pick out Sopokiotis. Nods it inside for Macaulay. And, well, I think if that had have been given a handball, that would have been very soft considering the positioning of Macaulay's arm. To be fair, the surface players didn't appeal for it at all, so no harm done. And Keogh just rifles that off Allison. And the offside flag goes up as that was spotted by the official on the near side. Quick update on the matches around the grounds in the McDonald's FQPL 1. Last night, Logan 2-1 over Brisbane Strikers. That took place here with Perry Park out of action due to the Women's World Cup, which is now only weeks away. We've got 4 matches underway as it stands. Southwest Queensland Caboolture. This one you're watching now, Wynnum Surfers Paradise, Southside Eagles against Albany Creek, and 15 minutes behind us is Western Pride and Capalaba. Tomorrow we've got Sunshine Coast Fire and Mitchelton. Keogh's knocked over by Stortner. He's lunging to try and play that pass out to this near touchline, but in the end it comes back as Kovakovic sets up to take. That's lofted in too close to Rivers. Oh, that one a long way. Actually getting it over halfway. Sliding challenge by Sono. And out it goes for a throw-in. Wolves again trying to get in behind. Attack those channels. Out it goes for Sobokiotis, but not enough on the pass. Like that was Allison again with the interception. Minutes played, and since trailing, Wolves have pretty much been able to set up shop in the Surfers half, but forced a save out of Rivers just yet. He's come off his line for a few crosses, but no real clear-cut chances. And Walters, the sliding effort. Actually, I beg your pardon, there was one. And we saw Keogh pick up a free kick going the other way for something very similar. And Teddy Watson putting his years of experience to good use to earn visitors a free kick. Surfers Paradise Apollo. Have a little interplay from Surfers as they are able to keep it in, but it's worked out well for Wolves as Cryham wins the ball back and gets it to McCauley. However, there's a turnover on halfway, and another turnover. Away as Sono gets it back for Surfers. Chested down by Sono again. On the sideline it goes for the Surfers free kick. Wynnum and Surfers are both chasing back-to-back promotions. For Surfers, it's actually a treble of promotions. They earned their spot in FQPL 2 last season after winning the playoff. Taking care of first Nambour Yandina United and belting Bayside 8-2. Playoff match. Bayside at the time were the reigning then Brisbane Premier League champions. Now that's FQPL 3, McDonald's FQPL 3. We'll keep the Golden Archers happy. Zinko for a run, but put a bit too much on that through ball, and it's claimed by Rivers. Stortner bringing that down on the ground and playing it out wide for Scott, who sends it inside for Watson. Allison. The serve is just working side to side. And that was well read by Keogh. Not that one behind for corner for the visitors. As check out the replay. Allison once again looking to get it on his preferred right foot. And goes the corner towards that near post, headed away by Murphy, and from a long way out is Sono, and he's actually cleared the fence behind the goal to stop it. Moments like that happening. And Short decides that football will be someone else's problem. He'll use the spare one from halfway and get things going once more. And it is a big night on FQTV. Not only have we got the McDonald's FQPL 1 match of the round coming your way, we've got Kappa Women's Super Cup semi-final action. Lions and Mitchelton as Surfers going on the attack again, and the shot is well saved by Short. Josh Masamisi in position to bring you that one from Richlands. And then tomorrow, I'll be back to bring you the final Australia Cup Round 7 qualifier, all the way from Cairns. Edge Hill taking on Gold Coast Knights. And a bit of a miscontrol from Bright, concedes the corner. As Wolves, well, we were going to go to a replay, but with Wynnum shaping up for the quick corner, we might stick with the live action. It wasn't the quickest of corners, but it was a short one, as that was sliced, and Barwick's attempted clearance eventually gets into the hands of Rivers. And he'll just give his team a chance to position themselves where they need to be. One in midfield by Lister as Allison will clip it as far as one of the Wolves players. They sent it long straight away. On the other side, all that keen to spend a whole lot of time in their own defensive end. And Waters concedes the free kick. And like any good defender, he's just voicing his disagreement with that decision. And Staunton will to place this one on or around the penalty spot. That's well, kind of nodded goalwards. I don't think that was the intention of that delivery, but in a low flat one like that, it's sometimes a little bit tough to get the control over it you would like, especially from that range. Wynnum, as you can see, a couple of years ago, celebrated their centenary, big gala event. And they'll be hoping this is a mark of pretty solid progression for the side. They are part of the Brisbane United bid for the National Second Division, or National Second League as some are calling it, NSL for short. So took another step forward during the week. And Allison is brought down illegally by Mears. He professes his innocence. Staunton will set up. As right now, he's only got 2 targets to aim for, with Lister making his way forward as well. And That is why Surfers will move the ball around. Bright. Excellent pass. Unfortunately, it wasn't an excellent run from Allison as he's been flagged for offside. Wins the header and ball through from Sono is able to find Watson. Graham stops that run in its track and forces Watson wide. Surf is still looking to build the attack and a long shot from range. Has never quite had the requisite bend on it. Caused too much stress for short. Graham did well to push the veteran away from goal. Graham sizing up his options, decides going out to his left is the preferable option. Keogh to play it forward and Mears battling for the ball. Surfers able to clear it, but only as far as Murphy, and he'll play that little dink over the top, but calm header from Bright. Pinpoint throw, discus style throw from Rivers, is able to pick out Allison, but as quickly as he brings it under control, he gives it back. Sopokiotis. And plenty of air under that one, which allows Rivers to claim. There's a high ball, and Watson, it's knocked over by Macaulay, and going to be a talking to now for Sopokiotis. And now, I think the vociferous protests from the Wolves bench are going to, and them are talking to as well. I see Crespo with plenty of patience. At one point back in 2019, having to stop the game to ask a spectator to calm down. Stortner getting it through for Russell, and he'll get it on his right foot, but that shot is blocked. Kept under control by Barwick, but Russell concedes a free kick. And just a bit of frustration starting to build now in the Wolves players. You just see the protest getting a little bit more animated. They look to find a way back into this one. Keogh climbs highest for the header. And Cryham once again pinching the ball off one of the Surfers attackers' feet. Alexinko back inside for Murphy. Flipped over the top looking for Walters, but again, Rivers just alert to the danger and able to spring off his line and claim that before he's forced to make a much more complicated save. Sono crowded out. Wolves doing well to keep possession. And Sopokiotis just doesn't have the pace on hand to chase that one down. It was close, but from a Wynnum perspective, not close enough. Heck, putting it forward, Allison. As you feel, would be happier to see the ball on the ground, but well, it's required a fair bit of versatility in the skill set thus far. Some intricate little one-touch passages of play, and we've also seen a bit of Route 1 football. Not that one style is necessarily preferable to the other, but sometimes you just got to play the match as it unfolds in front of you. It's Cryam. It's forward for Sopokiotis. Cinco. Wolves just searching, poking, prodding, trying to find a way to break down what is fairly resolute Surfers' backline. Walters, can he find the key to unlock the defences? It's a beautiful ball to the back post. Just unable to land in the right spot for Mears to get a shot on goal. I'll show you the replay. There's Walters, that was almost inch perfect. And now back to live pictures from Wayne Gracie Field at Carmichael Park. Watson as well to win the header as Russell improvises a little ball inside, and that backheel chop trying to get it back to Russell, who's won it back and took the shot on from a tight angle. Did that come off the finger of Short? And, well, Surfers appealed for it, and not seeing a whole lot of protests from Short, and I think we'll credit him with an impressive save from close range to get his hands up to deflect that one behind. That's lofted in, unable to be brought under control by Russell for the shot, so he'll clip it to the back post, squared in, and no one was making that run to the penalty spot. It had just gone over the head of Brighton Allison. And Wolves probably feel a bit fortunate to get away with another corner. Wright was likely the intended target for that one. However, full pelt, you can't always get those crosses to land on a 5-cent piece. And goes a corner again to the near post, but only Wynnum players around there, and Keogh collected with a high boot, and I think Allison quickly apologising. And Allison being called over. It was a high boot. And it will be a yellow card for Keogh. I beg your pardon, not for Keogh. For Allison. Getting caught up. There's Marcus Allison picking up his third booking of the season. And Watson. Too much on that pass to play in Sono. Ball is lofted onto the back post. In goes the hurling effort from Keogh, and well, it's still alive for Wolves. But Sono is able to ride the challenge, and you can see off that attacking threat. Improvised ball over the top, trying to pick out Barwick, and Stortner getting it to Russell, and then out wide at Sono, cutting back on his left, and it's not a clean contact on that one, but he's able to intercept that pass as Stortner to tee up another attack on the follow-up. Well saved, and oh, that was so close to a second goal. Instead, it is just going to be a corner for Surfers. It was Russell almost benefiting. Let's check out the replay. Stortner, clever little ball. Watson teeing up Russell, and that save from short. It's deflected off Cryer. Now we take you back to live pictures for the corner. And it goes over a few heads. Shot from range, taken on by Barwick, and it's deflected behind for another corner. That ball definitely looked like it was on target. And in fact, it was offside. Check the replay as to who the guilty party was, and oh, that was what was flagged by the official on the far side. And they had a much more advantageous position than I did, so I will defer to that decision. Kovakovic to put on the fancy footwork. It's deflected lastly off the Wolves attacker, so it goes behind for a corner. Very long goal kick by Rivers. Waters sends it over the far sideline, and as we move into the closing minutes of the first half, it is going to be Surfers throwing. Can they mount another attack, put a bit more pressure on Duncan Short's goal? Wolves have something to say in the closing minutes as Walters can't get that cross to go on the angle he was hoping it would. Just getting that one away was Rivers under plenty of pressure, and he could break now. Shot taken on, and it's just over Rivers' goal. Kovakovic couldn't get one where he needed it to go, but good pressure from Mears. that opportunity to be presented. Thunder up 2-0 over Caboolture. Final minute of normal time in the first half. And Barwick taking his time to find the right spot for the throw-in. Allison up for Sono, who tried to play that through ball, but not quite on the same page as his nominal strikers. Murphy, so he launches a forward foray. And just as quickly as he goes forward, Surfers go on the attack again. Will we come back for the free kick as Murphy over the Surfers player? We are into first half stoppage time. So I think, based on what we just heard there, 1 minute of time added on. And Staunton just decides to loft it into the box. Ward cleared it. Almost backfired. And it wasn't even a whole minute of stoppage time to be added on. It is Surf's Paradise 1-0 over Wynnum Wolves, courtesy of Marcus Allison's 7th minute goal. The midfielder central to a bit of the action in the first half, also picking up a yellow card. Now we're going to step away for a few minutes. You're watching McDonald's FQPL 1 action on FQTV, and we'll be back with the second half after these messages.
The thing about us Australians, everyone's a coffee critic. You give us a lackluster latte, we'll turn it into a down-the-sink cappuccino. That's why for our 30th birthday, we're celebrating 30 years of early risers, sideline cheers, road trip pick-me-ups, and long sips squeezed into short breaks. Because at McCafe, we're committed to making a smooth, rich blend of coffee, not just fit for anyone, but coffee fit for an Aussie.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters, or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Macca's juicy chicken covered in a crispy, mouth-watering, spicy coating. The irresistible McSpicy range. Order at Macca's today.
And welcome back. It's time for the second half of the McDonald's FQPL 1 match between Wolves and Surfers Paradise Apollo here on FQTV. James Coughlin in the commentary booth. 45 minutes to go. And as it stands, the sides are separated by Marcus Allison's 7th minute strike for Surfers Paradise Apollo. Teams are back out on the pitch. The match officials are there as well. Let's wait for a member of the Wolves bench, I believe, to make his way over to our camera side. The temperature has dropped since kickoff. We're now sitting at about 14 degrees. It was 18 or 19 at kickoff, depending on which weather service you like to use. But either way, temperature's dropping, action heating up. What more could you ask for on a Saturday night? It is Wolves looking for a way back into the match. That ball was played in behind as Russell putting the pressure on Cryan, but the defender cleverly plays it off the on-rushing attacker. In terms of bench options, both sides, I don't want to say keeping their powder dry, but certainly with the potential to call on some impact subs, especially up front, the respective number 9s. Adam Edgar, something of a FQPL goal scoring specialist. And produced for a number of teams at this level. And while Morgan Saunders awaits his introduction for Surfers. In the meantime, it's Kovakovic. Waits for Alexenko, but he's dispossessed by Sono. And Lister is fouled, and well, this is going to be a very early change, and it is the aforementioned Morgan Saunders. He's made his way on, I believe, for Russell, who, well, I guess must have picked up an injury. That is a very quick change. Barely 120 seconds into the second half. In goes the ball towards the box. Here's a strike by Allison. That just rolls wide. Goal kick taken quickly, and Sono unable to keep that one in. Looks like just quickly checking the replay of the action as Saunders chases it down off Waters. It's left for Stortner on the left foot, and a brilliant save by Short on the follow-up, and Surfers have their second. It is a close-range finish. You will not find them many easier, and of course, it had to be Teddy Watson. And some great work on the follow-up by Allison to not only keep that one in, but square the ball for the waiting Watson. And it was about as good as Surfers could have hoped for. It was a strike from Stortner, and you don't want to deny Short the credit for that save. However, it's not enough in the end as regathered by Allison and squared for Watson. Now, Surfers have a 2-goal advantage. And cross the byline before Macaulay could put the cross in. Teddy Watson, his 8th McDonald's FQPL 1 goal of the season. Moving his name up the Golden Boot tally. In fact, they've got a trio of players inside the top 5 goal scorers in the league as it stands. And Russell, Watson and Saunders, who before tonight had combined for 23 of Surfers' 39 league goals. Now it's 24 of 41. It's a big reason why they have the best attack in the competition. There's Allison with the infringement. Rivers, again, happy to take his time. Peck just happy to launch that one over the sideline, but quick work. That's a quick throw in, and that time Lister making sure that there'll be no immediate throw-in. And that was so we spoke about Surfers and their Golden Boot contenders. James Keogh, the leading goal scorer for Wolves heading into this match, 4 on the season. Followed closely by Christian Waters and Adam Edgar with 3 apiece. They will have to do it against the side that is allowing the fewest shots by an opponent per match. And the numbers we've been given, 7.3 shots allowed. So when Wolves do get their shots on target, they'll have to make them count, and almost could have had one. There's Macaulay, tried to chest that down. Alex Inco. Dispossessed by Sono, and Stortner loses out in that battle with Keogh. Is that squared across, and therefore the block, as it looks like it may have come at a price for one of the Surfers players who was down injured, and we'll see what has come of that. And it is Darryl Bright, the captain on the night, who looks like he was collected on the ankle. And it certainly left its mark on him. And Wolves not entirely happy with the stoppage of play. And the action resumes with a drop ball in the Surfers box, or is it a free kick? Very late call. But that's what we're playing, so Wolves able to pick out Watson, but Wolves get the ball back. And Keogh is fouled by Stortner. Taken quickly by Murphy. Wolves searching for a response, way to halve the deficit. Sopokiotis. Saunders loses out to Cryham. Waters keeping it moving for Alexinko. He evades that tackle by Watson. Walters. The new signing puts the ball in. Nodded away by Barwick. Alexinko is going to have to work to keep it in, which he does, but only played off Scott. It hasn't quite been Wynnum's night so far, but still over half an hour to go. And that was unable to be kept in. Yeah, looks like we might have had our signals crossed there. Surface bench just making sure that the signals were going the right way. Watson crunched in the challenge by Keogh. He's able to get that pass off, but Macaulay's follow-up is unable to find a friendly face. Murphy battling and heaving it down this end as Walters is able to have his cross deflected behind for a corner. As Wolves searching for their first goal on the night. Just can only find the Surfer's head. Alexinko. And Keogh gets crowded out, and here goes Surfers on the break again. It's played through the middle for Saunders as Watson wound up on the ground in back play. And Peck giving the visitors possession once again. That's clipped over the top, trying to play in the on-rushing Stortner. Instead, it goes to Lister, who's pass I don't think Allison was expecting, but he's able to run it down. Throw and finds its way to Watson as he's crowded out by a trio of defenders. And now here go Wolves as that's played through, and Macaulay flagged for offside. He's already been off by much. And it is 3 changes. Keogh, Kovakovic, and that offside was Macaulay's final involvement in the game. And it is Adam Edgar, Thomas Ross and Cade McDermott coming on in 9, 12 and 18 respectively. So a sizable shift from Wynnum as to finish stronger in the final half hour of play. Cade McDermott is part of that Rochelle squad that earned promotion up to the NPL last year. Adam Edgar, the leading striker for Logan when they won promotion in 2020. That actually completed the double that year. And Walters. It came off Walters, and Wynnum perhaps arguing for a free kick, but it's going to be a goal kick instead for Surfers as Rivers retrieves the ball. And just missed out on our replay. And Medgar scored the winning penalty against Sunshine Coast Wanderers in 2020. And since then, Western Pride and spell it Mitchie as well. That was beautifully played down for Stortner, and here is Saunders. And it squared back for Stortner, and, well, you could see exactly what Surfers were trying to do, but unable to make it work. Cryan just sending that one over the sideline. Walters for not on for Edgar. And it is a Wynnum ball. And Walters eager to have an impact. Told he was training very well in his first week at the new club. Exciting challenge from Peck, wins position back for Surfers, and now he's Stortner taking the shot on, can only find Cryan. And Watson for Stortner. Scott. And we'll come back now for the free kick. McDermott on Stortner as Murphy voices his displeasure with that. That was taken quickly. Sono. And Sono has to work to keep that one in as it deflected off Scott. He did well to earn a corner off that. In it goes, and well claimed. Scott will roll that one out for Murphy. He's got to get that one away quickly. Brought under control by Walters and pass to Edgar. Too heavy on the first touch. However, Surfers on the defensive once again. Alexinko for Mears, and well, a rush of blood resulted in that shot being blazed over crossbar and the fence. The Southside Eagles take the lead in their game against Albany Creek. Watson competing for that header, but now the ball's on the ground with Allison. Watson to Saunders, and he's looking for the return. Cryham marshalling that defence once again. Wolves on the break. Alexinko can't find an option he likes forward, so he's wants to play it back for McDermott. Goes for Alexinko, but again a heavy first touch. Last Surfers to win the ball back. Alexinko with the throw in. Wolves. Well, that was not quite what Ross would have been hoping for. Cryham back four short. Played over the top, Walters. Alexinko with the block. Walters watched closely by a trio of Surfers players, loses possession. Saunders on the hold up. Mears play in Edgar, but can't thread the needle between Peck and Scott. But it does lead now to a Wolves throw-in, 22 minutes remaining. Waters in that one well, out now for Walters, inside for Murphy, but he's crowded out in a dual tackle. Right, I believe it got the final touch. So, searching ball to the back post, but Surfers once again dealing with it with aplomb. Watson stepping inside, and that was an optimistic shout for a handball. Walters, the arm at his side, as an angle just a bit too narrow. Playing Sopokiotis. And it is Teddy Watson's 6th goal in the head-to-head meetings between these two clubs. There's been the only change to the scoreboard in the second half. That was a compliment for Marcus Allison's goal in the 7th minute. Talk about Watson's goal scoring record against Wynnum. He scored 4 at Lexbell Oval last season. It was all 4 of Surface's goals. And he also was able to add another one when they met here at Wayne Gracie Field at Carmichael Park. It's kept quiet in the grand final, by his standards anyway. Oh, he's back with a bang. And he was also actually kept quiet in that round 4 meeting. It was Saunders and Allison with the goals on that night. The Wolves will be hoping that their goal scorers on the night, all of whom are actually on the pitch at the moment, Edgar, Mears and Murphy, they might be able to find a way through. Murphy with the ball in, and there is the way back. Kyron Walters on his debut for Wolves gets them back within 1. It was good work in the build-up here. As we check out the replay, as Murphy just with the fast feet, and Walters just had to deflect that one goalwards, and Wolves, with 20 minutes to go, have life. Walters had just been able to find a little bit of space between the Surface defenders, something that has been a real stretch for him this evening. He's been watched very tightly. Surface, without a doubt, aware of the pedigree of Kyron Walters, and so are some other footballing people in southeast Queensland. There's Kyron Walters, along with reserve goalkeeper Gian Rala, been selected to play in the Australian Indigenous team to take on the New Zealand Maori during the NAIDOC Week celebrations. It's a 3-match series. Saturday the 1st of July at Ballinger Park, Tuesday the 4th of July at Briggs Road, and the series wraps up on Friday the 7th of July down at Coplix on the Gold Coast. Find more information on those matches as we go along, and we will also find another couple of changes to be made. Murphy, it's like he's snuck off on the side of the screen, and coming on is Jack Webb, and that is a very good sight to see. He's not been able to feature much this season. He's returning after suffering a knee injury in the first match of the season against Surfers. So as they get set for the run home, and Sopokiotis is fouled in a very advantageous free kick now for the hosts. So Jack Webb, potentially a valuable addition, even if it's not necessarily through the transfer window for Wolves as they prepare for the run home. Only another 7 matches to go after this one. McDermott just lurking at the top of the box. There's a bit too much on that cross. And here is McDermott. He'll loft that one in, and it's gathered calmly by Rivers. It's a high ball. It's not on Walters. He's chasing it down. Could he get a double on debut? Or will he turn provider? Sabokiotis. He'll take the shot on and was deflected, but still on target. So a save by Rivers. Dermott continuing his run and trying to get a foot to that one with no success. Webb, he stays on his feet and wins the ball back. Stortner, almost just a kick trying to find territory. Coming on, Jack Perrone, and he will replace Watson, so no double. Jack Perrone making his way on. Teddy Watson withdrawn as Surfers look to close out. It'll be a big 3 points for them. Plenty of talk on the sidelines. Surfers get the free kick. Scott inside. Saunders. Back for Scott and Stortner. Able to get by the first challenge. Looking for that square ball for Saunders. Picked off by Sono on the edge of the box. He'll switch it over to the far side. Barwick. Let's see, return pass. Saunders just lurking. Instead deflected away by Waters. And Sabokiotis plays that one away. And you see Crespo just a bit of instruction for Mears perhaps. Both sides are pushing. You feel like there's another goal in this match. Just wonder which side it will be to score. As that goes to the back post and Sono put the pressure on, but it's well dealt with by Alexinko. Check the replay while this corner is set up, and it was a very brief replay. Surfers slowly committing bodies forward. It looks like Saunders is providing a visual obstruction for Short. Not that Short is actually Short, it's just a name. In goes the corner into the 6-yard box and cleared off the line. Alexinko again with the huge block to stop Surfers restoring their 2-goal advantage. So quickly to the replay. Probably their best corner of the night. It was Will Peck. It was the one denied by the fullback. And that is cleared off the line. And still there for Surfers. And Perrone is gone down as he's holding his shoulder, and we will have a yellow card now for Mears. And Perrone is down holding his shoulder, and well, he's only been on the pitch for 5 minutes. Not even 3. That is unfortunate side is getting that shoulder worked on. And could be in for a bit of a delay as he's getting that right arm, shoulder area worked on. And I'm sure the Wynnum bench will be tallying the time taken. Making sure that that is added on at the end. Peroni is allowed to stay on after that challenge resulted in a yellow card for Lockie Mears, his third booking of the league season. It's clipped over the top, and Peroni is putting the pressure on and stays in the Wynnum half. Surfers looking to, you never want to say too early, put this game away with a 2-goal advantage, but the way they've defended, I feel all right about a 1-goal advantage and a whole lot better about a 2-goal buffer. Saunders wins the header. Stortner, he's been massive tonight. Ollie Stortner, formerly of Gold Coast Knights. One of a couple of players who made the move to Surfers, including Will Peck. I'm sure they'll get along with our former Gold Coast United player who has just joined the club as well, Josh DeMarco. Well, he has actually joined from the Brisbane Roar. Josh DeMarco was a key member of Southport School's GPS Premiership in 2020. Won it in dramatic fashion in the penultimate round. 5-3 win away to Gregory Terrace. The onrushing Scott. Walters, he tried to stop that one with his face, and he gave away the foul. He's a little bit too enthusiastic in the challenge, and looks like it will be a final roll of the dice for Wynnum, with Braith Beckett introduced to replace Alex Inco. Anton Alex Inco has gotten through his work this evening, and the fresh legs I'll be hoping will make the difference in these closing stages. And it's going to be a yellow card. I believe that's for Brad Scott, although not entirely sure what for, but it was shown in his direction. And we'll work off that assumption unless we hear otherwise. Ross got enough on that pass to allow Wolves to clear. Surfers going on the attack, but Saunders. Well, the challenge is starting to fly in. Now, as we'll come back for the free kick to Wolves. And Adam Edgar just throwing in his 2 cents, as he is wont to do. That's want with an O if you're closed captioning this one. Well, it's all getting a little bit scattered in the final 5 minutes. Walters putting the cross in, trying to pick out Waters. And Saunders, this be his chance to ice this game. Peroni, just enough on that pass to get it to Sono. Scott allowed room to operate off his left foot. He'll get the shot away. Another yellow card shown. That one looks like it was directed at Will Peck. That was a tactical yellow card, as it were. Sabokiotis with the shot, and it's in! Late drama at Carmichael Park in the McDonald's FQPL 1. And it is Joe Sabokiotis with his first goal of the season to potentially give Wolves a point. And it was just lofted over from Rivers. And that is why you always tune into the end of these matches. We did have the feel of another goal in this match. We've got it. It is 2-2. Now, do Surfers have a late show in them, or can Wolves find a way to capitalise on their momentum? They've come from 2 goals down in the last 15 minutes, but they've got to go on the defensive as Saunders couldn't bring that ball under control. Otherwise, he would have been in with a one-on-one against Short. I'll tell you what, from where we were, it looked like that ball was sailing harmlessly wide until we saw the back of the net bulge. Edgar unable to go through Scott. And he earns the free kick, and Surfers fullback. It's a free kick, and we are going to have another change. And it looks like that shoulder from Peroni is going to bring about the end of his night. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, as David Russell is introduced in the number 13. Crespo just making sure there's no shenanigans in the box. It's a low driving ball, looking for the head of there, and it's on the follow-up off the chest. Some optimistic shouts for handball, not heeded. Saunders unable to keep his footing, but Stortner to launch an attack, cleared away by Wolves. There's Beckett trying to work down that right side and sets a long searching ball for Edgar. And down goes Stortner. And you might not know it, but there have been some calls made by our match officials that the players have agreed with. Scott, he's tripped up by Ross, as that was deemed to just be a coming together. Throw and taken quickly. Scott, he'll try and drive through. That time he's tripped up by Ross, and it did look like there was contact to me, but there's also a heavy touch. Walters. Down Stortner. We have one more moment of magic with that through ball. Here's Saunders, watched by Cryham. He's forced to check back and look for the square ball to the top of the box, but can only find the man who scored the equaliser, Sopokiotis. Can he start an attack that will lead to the winner? It's Edgar. And looking for Walters. And so close there. Late drama out of Briggs Road as well. Capalaba 3-2 up over Western Pride. And well, I don't know if we got an answer from that question asked by one of the benches about how long we've got left, but I would assume we're going to have probably 3 to 4. Three goals and a handful of substitutions, plus that injury to Peroni. And that deflected cross, find the head of Edgar, and Ross looking to chase that one up, and Surfers wanting the free kick, but they might appreciate the advantage. Stortner playing it forward for Saunders. The excellent touch to open up space for the run, and Waters concedes the corner, and Ross is going to be the latest addition to the notebook. Substitute picks up the booking. Plenty of bodies forward, and just about everyone back for Wynnum. That's clipped up for Saunders, punched away by Short. Back to Stortner. We find the head of Edgar. Out wide. Cross into the middle, can only find Beckett. Still there for Surfers Paradise Apollo. We have more late drama. It was an 87th minute equaliser. Will we have a stoppage time winner? It's crossed in, and Cryham happy to concede the corner to keep it away from Saunders. You see the replay on this build-up. It was Barwick for Saunders. As we just wait for the ball. So another few seconds to play. Bodies forward for Surfers again. Searching for a late winner. And now that ball has just been thrown onto the pitch from behind. In goes the corner. So lofted high ball to the back post, and Peck has it cleared away, and that is going to be the final end of a dramatic clash between Wolves and Surfers Paradise. It finishes 2 goals apiece with honours shared. Marcus Allison opened the scoring in the 7th minute. That was how we went into the halftime break. Teddy Watson gave Surfers a 2-goal advantage in the 49th minute, but Wynnum came home with a wet sail. Kyron Walters in the 72nd minute, and Joseph Sopokiotis had his deflected strike to level proceedings, and, well, I think on the balance of play, it's fair to say it's a point both sides will be satisfied with, if not overly enthralled. And that is going to be it from Wayne Gracie Field at Carmichael Park. You've been watching the McDonald's FQPL 1. This has been a production of Double Take Sports for Football Queensland. I'm James Coughlin. Thank you very much for your company. We'll see you tomorrow for the Australia Cup action. Edge Hill against Gold Coast United. Kick off from 2 p.m. In the meantime, I'm going to go and get a Big Mac. Have a good night.